Yeah, I would say the biggest thing I've seen is my personal advantage is the accessibility. Seeing the communications that are going on day in, day out, any time of the day, 7 days a week, seeing that firsthand, even if I'm at home, having the mobile app has been very, very nice to have that constant accessibility piece to really communicate like I'm here in the plant whenever I need to. A lot of times it was an old-fashioned telephone game, right? Trying to get a hold of somebody that's in the facility, whether it's via email, hoping that they respond to their email pretty quickly. But as we know, when things are hustle and bustle on the plant floor, that's not always the case. I would say for me, knowing where everybody's at, we had a standard fire drill back in October, and we had one gentleman that was unable to be located for a while. With the Weavix system, he would have had one on him. We would have known right off the bat that he was out of the building.
I think the WALT system is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's very much an upgrade on what we currently utilize for the two-way communication, right? That's just the push to talk. Nothing's really being recorded. Sometimes it comes out fuzzy. Being able to see all of the different messages come through, especially with the translation piece, right? Being able to see it a second time, or especially for accountability reasons, right? He said, she said, well, now it's here, it's true, it's fact. We can start tracking this, and I think it's really just a huge step up in how we were previously communicating. So we have the capability here to be able to actually push through downtime alerts utilizing our system here. I know we're all familiar with FactBird. We can actually see real downtime as it occurs. It will send an automatic notification to the device that says, hey, the machine is down, we need to go check on it. I'm going to simulate an alert here just utilizing an on-down signal. What this allows us to do is be able to send the signal to anybody as a part of this channel. I'm going to put my initials in, and I'm just going to put, for this example, that we're sending another test, and I'll just put it as a red call. I can put anything here, any information that we want to say is going on with the machine. It should send an alert to the Weavix device.
On Char CH1 production, FactBird said a maintenance call with critical status was initiated 0 minutes ago at Char MC01. Test.
And there it is. So we can communicate any sort of information that way. I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic tool, especially when we start integrating other systems outside of FactBird. But I think what we're doing now is really going to allow us to improve our efficiency and be able to have those real-time alerts.
There's a lot of features that's neat. I like how it tells you when the machine goes down. You can make process changes into it and creates a database for that.
The thing that I like, it brings people that had communication issues into the mix now. We have quite a few different languages, and you're uncertain if they understood the message, and I'm pretty sure they're uncomfortable sitting in meetings, listening, but not fully understanding what's going on. Now that they can get that information, I'm sure that's gonna help our quality of work and quality of life a lot better. So I appreciate the corporate team for wanting to roll this out to bring us all together.
Thank you. Can you meet me out by machine 1 when you have a minute?
Puedes reunirte conmigo en la máquina 1 cuando tengas un minuto.
Claro que sí, voy para allá.
Of course, I'm going there.
Thank you.
Gracias.
When it comes to communication on the job site, reliability and clarity is not an option. It's essential, right? You need it to communicate with your team. Ever since we implemented Weavix, which has been something that we've been looking for a long time, if you want to increase your efficiency and bring down your downtime, that system is fantastic when it comes to translation. We were able to bridge the gap of communication that we've had with some employees. And when Weavix came along, we were able to communicate with those 2 employees as if it was just one, a conversation that we've had forever. So Weavix has been wonderful for us. We recently went through open enrollment town hall meetings in which I would see those 2 employees' faces sometimes kind of lost in the translation, right? When you guys showed up and implemented that, each one had a Weavix radio and one was in Spanish and the other one was in Russian, and I was speaking English, right? And they were both getting the same message, and I was looking at their faces kind of like different than I've ever seen them, because they were understanding what I was saying.
So we have a program, near miss and observation, in order for people to be safe, that they're able to give that message real time. And so in order for us to create a safety culture where they can bring up concerns immediately, then we are offering a safer environment, right? Just thinking about how when we can use visual versus verbal cues for safety, right? Then again, we're creating a safety culture that's very inclusive. And if we're going to practice what we preach, being the safest we can be, then these radios will help us.
Yeah, I would say one of the benefits for us here as far as the language translation, when we talk about promoting an inclusive environment, even before day one, we have a lot of candidates that will come up, walk-up candidates. Sometimes they'll bring family members that are more fluent in English than they are, and they'll ask, hey, are we hiring, right? And sometimes, depending on who's answering the door, that communication can be tough. So, you know, looking at the ability to say, hey, hold up, let me go get a Walt radio, hold this device, get it to the language that you're comfortable with. I think, you know, just from an outside candidate looking at, hey, is this a place that I want to work and I can be who I am, regardless of what different language I speak, I think it speaks volumes for us. And then one of the other features I think is great is when we think about expansion to other plants, when we talk about best practice sharing, hypothetically, if we think about like a logistics channel specific to like warehouse, for example, you know, if all the warehouse supervisors are able to log into one channel, have one centralized location, have those communications, share best practices, talk through opportunities and challenges that one site is seeing versus another, it's gonna make it a lot easier for folks to really just kind of standardize how we're doing business from plant to plant.